It's time for Inside the Patch with your Las Vegas Raiders. Here's Gnarley Charley.
Hey, welcome back to Inside the Patch. It's Gnarley Charley,
let's go.
along with Mitch Adams, and we have the legendary Phil Villapiano from the movie That Thing You Do. You know, I was thinking that pizza parlor would not have been good if it was called Two Sacks. Villapiano's the perfect name for it. And he also went to the Buffalo Bills, and he was the godfather of the Bills. But the question, me and Mitch were talking about this last week, could Villapiano played in the safe football they have now? Because, I mean, one of your weapons was your club. It was club him in the head first, then go. How would it have been different for you to play now?
The can opener.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, hey, Mitchell, you should, Gnarly, Mitchell knows the proper
Can opener.
It's
Vernacular.
not a club. Everybody could have the club. I had the rake. And then when you got him right here in the throat, the can opener. And you pop the helmet off. So it was the rake and the can opener combination. And yes, if I did it now, I'd be out of the game in 2 seconds. I can't believe, in all honesty, I thought about this after I retired, and we had no rules, hardly. You could pretty much do anything you want to a running back and a quarterback, and the offensive lineman used to get the head slaps. It was brutal, the rules in the NFL. But yeah, I look now at the way I tackled, and I used to think that running back is delivering whatever he can, a knee in my face, hit him, ram his head, ram his. They were trying to, hurt us as defenders. So I thought it was only right that I tried to hurt them.
It's war.
And then I became pretty good at it, and that became fun. And I whacked a few people, but the beauty of the arm, and I used to have really big arms. These little toothpick things now couldn't hurt a lamb. But I would. We had a trainer named George Atkinson, and Mitchell was in George with good buddies. And George, I said, George, I'm going to break this bone I keep smashing, because I would wind up and hit him right across the face mask. And if I didn't get my arm turned where it hit the flesh, I could break the bone. He goes, no problem. So he takes this plaster of Paris, sticks it in the hot water, gets it, pliable, pulls it out, puts it on my arm, cuts it. Custom-made club, as you would say. So now what I did, you put that elastic around, it's like moleskin or whatever it is. You put that around, then you lay this pad, plaster of Paris pad. You lay it in there, then you tape it, and then you throw a little water on it, and it gets all nasty and hard. And that was my arm. So when I went like that, I felt nothing. But those runners felt it.
Felt it.
Yeah, it was fun. Yes. I see the guys go down the sideline now, and we used to be able to whoo, and they can't do that anymore. They get penalties, thrown out of the game. Anyway, to tell you that I'm not really as bad as I sound, I'm having George Bland had died, and we have the celebration of his life in Oakland, and we all get there, and the Raiders flew pretty much all the guys in, and there was a table, you had a placemat, and I'm sitting at a table with Tom Flores and John Madden and Teddy Hendricks and Art Shell, and I think Gene too. It was a pretty powerful table. And John says to me, hey, Phil, what do you think about the new rules? And I said, Coach, what rules? He goes, you know what rules? The rules about, tackling and, safety rules. And I go, John, I like him. And he goes, oh, that surprises me. And I said, well, why do you say that? And he says, because the way you played. And I said, yeah. But if we don't have these rules, remember, I picked up Jack Tatum when he hit Stingley.
Oh, yeah.
I grabbed him, picked him up, because I said, John, the reason I like the rules is somebody's going to die.
Right.
And I don't want anything to happen to this beautiful game. So I can't stand it. I think they might have gone overboard, but we're starting slowly but surely. Everybody's learning the new rules.
Right.
And guys like me, they're going to forget about me. And, it's things are different. But I think the game is a lot safer, and I think the game can go on and on now. And it's so big. I mean, I just can't stand that you got to buy like 5 different streaming channels to see every game and everything I want to see. The NFL is ripping everybody off, as we know. But it's still the best game in town. I love it. I can't miss it. I can't wait for Thursday night. I got my lady Janie in there. She's getting dressed hot for me. We're going out on the town tonight, and we're going to find a sports bar to watch this game tonight. I can't wait. So anyway, and I say this, Dallas, you know why they're going to lose tonight?
Why?
Because they can't stop the run. And that big monster Henry is just going to grind them and grind them up. I just saw the football life of Franco Harris today. I never realized, really. I mean, he had a lot to do with us not winning 5 Super Bowls in a row. But what a great runner he was. And I like Henry just like that. And I think Dallas is going to button their chin straps, even though they're giving 11.5 points tonight, which is very tempting. Mitchell, I know you bet football, so go ahead. Tell me who you're betting tonight, Mitchell.
Hey, I know we got to kind of wrap this up, but I do want to leave. What's the most memorable hit? Someone the hardest hit you ever gave, and are you friends with that person now, or are they alive? I mean, in your career.
Great question. And so the reason my nose is running, I want to explain this to all of the Raider Nation out there. I'm not doing cocaine while I'm sitting here. No. I made myself these smoothie drinks, and I overloaded it with all this stuff this morning. And it blew up my head. My nose is running. I get the hot flashes. And then I get cold. I don't know what I did, but I probably damn near died this morning. So, Gnarley Charley, I almost missed your show. But to answer your question, the tackle that I remember the very most, and Mitchell, you need to go into the archives for this. O.J. Simpson, playing up in Buffalo, and he is the only guy out of all my years of playing I've ever seen slice. He could cut back. Pretty good with a knife cutting. I just got that. I made a joke. He sliced back across the field. But anyway, OJ's over here. He slices back. I got the rake. I got him right here. Boom, I got the can opener. He goes down. And he's bobbing his head. I don't even know if he was out there somewhere. And if you remember his trial, they showed that tackle every day for 365 days. That's how they opened the show. So now go back and take a look at that. That was a beautiful hit. And OJ and I'm going to tell you, man, I'm his friend to this day. I haven't seen him in many, many years. But we Pro Bowl games. We did the super team, superstars together. We did tons of stuff. He was on the board of Swiss Army knives, and and there's another thing. I can't. Swiss Army knives. I don't know, but anyway, yeah, I carried all my shipping line. We carried all that stuff in from Europe. So OJ'd come up, and we had so much fun together in the good days. So anyway, that was probably my most favorite Chaco.
Do you call it the fresh squeezed orange juice, or what? Has he got a name for it? Because he used the can opener on the juice.
Very good. Gnarly Charley, be careful now. I don't have to go on your show anymore. You gotta be careful what you say. No, I used to call him Juice. He was Juice to me, and Juice to all his buddies. And such a shame these crazy things happen.
Well, I got to apologize to Mitchell because I told him, you don't know Villapiano, and here you are, and look at this. I'm like, you delivered, Mitch. You did. You did it.
That's my buddy. I'm wearing his 41 insignia on my shirt today.
Very nice, Mitchell.
Phil and I go back a long way, and I have stories about Phil, but he tells them better. But if I just need to share one. I have to share one.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
We were doing a halftime show at the East Club, and Phil is up in the suites, and he's coming down, and he has a beer in his hand, and the security takes the beer and said, you can't bring that beer into the common area. So Phil is up on stage, and he's doing his thing, and security walks up. They have poured this beer in a cup, and they walk up and hand it to Phil on stage, and Phil said, only in Oakland will security give a drunk man another beer? And the place erupted.
Love it.
And I was like, this guy is incredible.
Oh,
That was fun. Those shows were fun, Mitchell. And I used to just love, the parking lot in Oakland.
oh,
My God. Hey, I remember Mitchell, you brought me up, and me and Snake and Guy, what's the cook with the Raider color, right? And he's out there cooking Raider double cheeseburgers, and me and Snake are out there eating double cheeseburgers. Anything. Guy, what's the guy's last name?
Guy Fieri.
Fieri, great. What a good guy. And he loved Kenny Stabler. And you never know. James Gardner, Maverick used to be kneeling right next to me on the sideline. And when I was a kid, my favorite actor, I believed that he was really, who knew? There were so many good people about Oakland. Hey, I'm going to tell you a story that just happened. Gnarly, you got any more time for me?
I got time for you.
Okay,
Plenty.
so this just happened 2 weeks ago. I'm in Hawaii, and there's a fella over there. His name is Danny Kilakina. Now, Danny, I used to go over and play in his golf tournament every year. He's a singer. He's like Don Ho, used to be at the Hilton. Danny Kilakina was at his hotel. Great guy. And we go over and play golf because there was a lot of Hawaiian people in Oakland. And Gordon Peo San Leandro Dodson, he gave me a car for 9 years. It was wonderful.
Nice.
So I went over there, and I meet Danny, and he goes, Phil, what's on my, he never said bucket list, because that's kind of a new term. But anyway, he says, what I'd really, really like to do? I've wanted to do this forever, and I don't know if you can make this happen or not. I said, Danny, I got it. What do you want? He goes, I want to sing the national anthem in Oakland in Hawaiian. I said, holy, that's a wonderful idea. He goes, really? Yeah. I said, that is great because we got so many Hawaiians over there. It would be wonderful. I said, Danny, I got this. So I come back and I get Al Locasell. I said, Al, I need to talk to Del Courtney because Del had the band
Right.
Orchestra, Del Courtney Orchestra in the end zone where Cliff Branch ran in all the time. So anyway, we get Del Courtney in the office, who had an office in the Raider office there. So I said, guys, look, I'm over in Hawaii. Don Ho is the biggest. Danny Kilakina is the second biggest. He's an unbelievable performer. He wants to come and do the national anthem and sing it in Hawaiian. And both of those guys said, what a great idea. We got this. The Raiders took over. They flew him in. We were playing. I forget who we were playing. They put the stage up. Danny sang in Hawaiian. And that, to me, was one of the greatest things about being a Raider, that could ever happen. That's only in Oakland.
Right.
Could you pull that off? Just like the beer.
So that's what we got.
That's what reminded me of that.
Hawaiian Air. That's our sponsor, right? That's probably because of you. Because
say
we
that
got
again. Gnarley Charley. Yeah, I couldn't hear you.
I said, is that why we're partners with Hawaiian Air? Because of that?
Maybe.
I mean,
well, now it's Alliance. What is it?
Oh, Allegiant.
Yeah, we're Allegiant Air now.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay, we're going to wrap it up with what's going to happen against the 49ers. Do we have a shot?
I went to all three. You know what? I think I've seen every game this year. I don't know why, but I'm addicted to the Raiders. And last year, I think I did the same thing, and I've seen this team when they get going. If ever, it's going to be this weekend. We got to back coach. Yeah. And we mentioned this a little bit earlier. Owners own, coaches coach, players play. Coach made a decision, a tough decision. And what he did needed to be done. You just can't keep losing like this. If you're losing like this, there's a problem. And I don't know if the coach thinks he's the problem, or the problem is Derek Carr, or the problem is Crosby. What the problem is. They need to start. They need to figure it out. And by doing the same thing over and over again, that ain't helping.
Right.
So he tried to nip it in the bud, nip it, and I think he did the right thing. I think Derek's going to go over here. He's a man. He's going to play again. He's a very good quarterback. Just maybe not for Josh McDaniels and Mark Davis at this time.
Right.
It's bad. I say we beat the 49ers. I say we have a fun day. I think we're going to smile for the first time since preseason. I saw them, the third preseason game in Vegas, beat up on the Patriots, who started their first defense and offense, and we beat them all over the field because we had the right attitude. The right thing was going on at the time. They're so beat up right now. We need a change, and I'm glad he did it.
All right. Well, there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, Villapiano.
I'll echo that.
And Mitch, you say that too?
I was going to say I echo that, even though they've parked the car. We're still going to come out and throttle those guys.
Dude, where's my car?
The car.
That was a movie. All right. Thanks again. Number 41, just
You're
like
welcome.
the freeway in Fresno.
Mitchell, thanks for bringing me on. Good luck.
Love you, Phil.
Hey, Mitchell, show us what you got there, man. What are your basketball?
Look at this.
Look at
Free
that.
commercial.
Perfect rotation. Patented channels on it. PerfectRotation.com. Get one.
What do you do?
It'll help teach or improve your shot. It's a weighted training ball.
It's to keep you from doing the can opener when you shoot, right? Because you don't want to go to the can opener.
That's what I used to do when I played high school basketball. I couldn't last more than a quarter, but I had a lot of fun for a quarter.
Man,
Hey Mitchell, send me a basketball. I got my my grandson.
I'll call you. I'll call you after the show.
All
Okay,
right.
good.
Thank you, guys.
Hey,
Thank you
love you,
so
Phil.
much. It was
Thank
a
you,
great
Charlie.
pleasure. Thanks, man.
Go Raiders.
Go Raiders.
Gnarly. Go Raiders, gnarly.
Thanks,
Get
man.
nasty, baby.
Yeah.
We'll be back with more Inside the Patch on 1430 ESPN, your official home of the Las Vegas